Okay, hi, welcome back. We are now on step number 2. Okay? This is a very important step, and this is a very revealing step for you. Okay? These 2 mistakes, huge mistakes, that people make when they're trying to get that person back into their life. These 2 huge mistakes are the ones we're going to cover in step 2. Alright? First big mistake, the giving gifts mistake. Okay? Please don't think that by giving people gifts, you are going to draw their attention or you are going to buy their, how do you say that? Their love or their acceptance. You are not going to accomplish that by giving gifts. On the contrary, when you give a gift to someone that's rejecting you, that's angry towards you, that is not feeling very loving towards you, what you're going to do is cause that they reject you even more. Okay? So we don't want to give gifts. We don't want to seem weak. This whole process that we've designed here at Judgment and Emotions is for you to feel strong, for you to feel strong as a person, for you to feel great, and for you to feel better about yourself. You giving gifts to someone and feeling like you need to buy their affection, it does not make you feel strong. Please, don't buy teddy bears with, big I love yous on the stomach. Don't get drunk and call and dedicate songs or, poems. Don't, for example, make a video on YouTube with a bunch of pictures and put them in a collage and have this cheesy love song playing in the background. That does not help you in any way. That does not help you at all. So please, the gifts, the showing of affection through presents or through giving something tangible to someone is not a good idea. No flowers, no chocolates, no candies, none of this. You don't want to have any kind of communication with that person. Remember, in step number 1, we said cutting communication, right? Completely. This is part of that. No emails, text messages, none of that. You can cut communication completely, right? You don't want to have any type of contact with that person so they understand that you're moving on. If you're always there giving things, that's going to make them think that, okay, well, that person is, or he or she is, she's always going to be right here, right? We don't want that. We want them to think that when we've moved on, we're in another level, we're at another place, right? So no gifts, no gifts, no gifts, please. All right? We're not going to pressure them into feeling anything for us. We're not going to bother them. We're going to cut every type of communication we have with them. Don't make this mistake. Sometimes we might act out of rage or depression or sadness, and we might do things that we're going to regret later on. That's why it's better to just sever any kind of communication between that person and us. Okay? So, no gifts. All right? That's mistake number 1. No gifts. No gifts. No gifts. All right. Now, this is the biggest mistake of all. All right? Not having an action plan. Listen, we have designed an action plan for you. We've drawn everything out step by step so that you can apply everything to your life, to who you are, to bettering yourself. And all of these steps, these 7 steps, the answer is to get that person back. We're going to play with their judgment. We're going to play with their mind. Not in a bad way. This is not revenge or a bad thing. No, this is great. This is awesome. We're going to make them realize by themselves, through what you do without convincing them, they are going to realize who you are. Okay? You have to follow an action plan. You have to have steps. You have to go through step number 1, step number 2, all the way through step number 7. We have assessed so many people in this kind of situation. We know what it is to be where you are. I know what it is to be where you are. Everyone I work with knows what it is to be where you are. Okay? This is not something new. Everybody goes through this. It's normal. The only thing, and the thing is, that most people don't know how to handle it. So they act on instinct, and they act on their feelings, and you don't want to do that. But that's going to ruin your chances to be with that person again. What do you want to do? You want to follow these steps that we've designed for you. You want to go through this process. You want to go through this action plan and just have every move planned out for you. Because that's how you are going to get that person back. Okay? Now, I want you to please take under consideration what I am saying to you right now. These steps are designed just for you. These steps are to make your life easier. These steps are to make you become someone different. Not to change who you are, because you are worth so much. And please know that there are so many people that are there for you, that are going to take care of you, that are going to love you, that are going to be there to support you. You're always going to have somebody there. That other person, we're going to work through these steps, through this action plan to get them back into our lives. Alright? So, act upon steps and a plan. Have a direction. Go through these steps. Go through this action plan that has been proven over and over again. We have testimonies of so many people that are so grateful for this, because it's shown them how to change all that sadness and that depression and those ugly feelings into something good. Okay? Don't think you're going to be there all the time. You're not going to be there all the time. Your whole life is not going to stay right there in that deep, sad, depressed spot or hole. Okay? You're going to come out of this. This is an easy, very smooth transition to going from this ugly place to this awesome, just secure, strong, relaxed, fresh, new person that you want to become, and that you want to show that other person who you are. Okay? So, if you broke up, or if there was a separation because of routine or because of something wrong, don't worry. Everything has a solution. Okay? I promise. Everything has a solution. Now, we want you to continue. You've been through step number 1. You've been through step number 2. Okay? Step number 1, no communication. Step number 2, mistakes you shouldn't commit. You've been through step number 1. You've been through step number 2. We really want you to keep going. Step number 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. There are things that you can't even imagine. There are things that you don't understand right now because of where you are. But we're going to explain it to you, and we're going to give it to you, and we're going to just feed it to you easily. Okay? So, in order to follow step number 3, step number 4, step number 5, step number 6, and step number 7, and to finish this process and go through this action plan, you're going to please click on this link on my left, on your right, and that's going to guide you to our webpage where you can do all the processes and all. You can follow the directions on how to keep going with this process and how to better yourself and how to bring that person back into your life. Okay? Because that's the ultimate goal. Bringing that person back into your life. It's important to have an action plan. I can't say that enough. It's important to have an action plan. You have to have steps to follow. We give you those steps. All you have to do is follow them. Okay? So, step number 2. Do not give gifts. Mistake number 2, have an action plan. Follow this. Please follow this. Okay? Remember, the website is on my left, on your right. It's just one click away. And you'll see, that person is going to notice the change in you. Okay? They're going to know. And they're going to see it. There's going to be a huge change in your life. Alright? I promise. Okay. See you in step 3.